Good afternoon, everyone. Today we are in the garage. There's a couple things that need to be done to this gravely. First off is the deck. The deck is a ½ inch higher than what the settings say, so I'm going to lower the deck on this and get it down to where it should be. When it says, when I have it set at 3, that's where it should be at 3. So, and then I'm also going to go over to Protero, and there's a couple things I didn't like, and which I have got one of them I addressed, and one I have to take care of this week. So let's get started. So what I've got going is, the pin is set at 3 inches and the blade is 3½ inches, and we discovered this last week in 1 yard. And the reason why it's off a ½ inch is because I added air pressure to the tires because of that. Because that weighted extra, probably about 100 pounds down, and when you put all the grass and everything, these tires are getting really thin on the sidewalls, so I just wanted more air pressure in there so I didn't have to worry about it. So when I added that more air pressure, it was at 8 pounds, and now they're at 12 pounds. It raised it up a ½ inch. So when you have one lawnmower that's a ¼ inch too low, like the Skag is, and this one's ½ inch too high, you got two mowers cutting 3/4 of an inch difference, and if you go side by side you notice it. So we are going to get that taken care of. Gravely is one of the easier ones to adjust the deck height. You just got to loosen up the jam nut and actually turn this counterclockwise to lower the deck. So let's get this done. And we're going to do, or what I'm going to do, instead of measuring everything, I'm just going to count the amount of turns that I make on the bolt there. And if I do equal amounts of turns, it should be the equal amount of height that this deck is lowered. So the toughest one's going to be that one to get to, so that's where I'm going to start by counting my turns on that one. One half turn, 1/2 turn, let's see where we're at. That's at 3 1/8. And we're at 3 inches. Now, in theory, I should be able to adjust the other side the same amount of turns to get this down, and it should be all level. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it'd be 5 half turns. So let's go measure the other side, or measure the blade on the other side, and see what it looks like. So hopefully you can see this. It's right about 3 inches. Now it's
I could play around with this, get a little bit closer than that, but we're talking a 32nd of an inch, maybe 1/16 of an inch. Close enough. The grass isn't going to notice that much of a difference. So now I just have to make sure nothing moves. Tighten up the jam nut. By the way, this is 3/4 of an inch wrench and a 3/4 inch socket I'm using. Okay, so everything all adjusted up. Let's just put the bagger system back on. Still fitting pretty tight yet because nothing's really worn in. I'm okay with that. So this part's still got a little issue here because it doesn't quite fit on there really easy, but sometimes it goes on there right away, sometimes it doesn't. And that's that. So a couple changes I made is with the pins on the Protero. I put the pins in there, the hitch pins, with the handle on there, so it's easier for me to pull out. Because I was struggling with it a little bit the other way because I couldn't get a hold of it. And then I've had, what is it? 29, can you see that? I got 29.6 hours on this mower. And with this bagger. And hose is worn out already. So we're going to go see how the warranty works out with the dealership. Because this hose is going to be about $20 a foot. And if they won't warranty that, I'll just have to use Gorilla Tape on that until the hose is completely worn out. Because I'm not ready to spend $20 a foot on this hose after spending so much money on this mower. So this is kind of a short video. You know, the deck adjustment I probably could have lived with, but I'm kind of particular about how I want things at a certain way. So I don't have to think about it. I just pull a pin and set it to where it should be. You know, 3 inches, and I don't want to have to think about, you know, moving it a 1/2 inch and being all that off. I just want to be able to jump on it and go. And I want to tell Vicki if it needs to change the height where it needs to be 3 1/2, she can just put it at 3 1/2 and be done with it. So it's just kind of a simple thing, and you know, it might be a little nitpicking, but that's just the way I like things. I like them at a certain way, and I like it to be where it's supposed to be at. So I'm not sure if it's raining outside or not, but if it's not, I'm going to go cut my grass. Well, that plan was shot down. It's raining too much for me to cut any grass, so I'm just going to have to load this mower up, take her back to the shop, and call her a day. We're not supposed to get any rain Tuesday of this week. That's the only day it's going to be, so we'll see what happens with that. I got to believe we're going to be cutting grass in the rain all week. It's hopefully not going to be raining super hard, but we're supposed to have an inch of rain between this afternoon and tomorrow morning, so that's going to create a huge problem for tomorrow. And we're hoping to be able to get out and start on some of these lawns for the beginning of the week, but we'll see what happens. We'll just deal with it. It's not a big deal. We've been rained on before, and we're going to get rained on again. So that's going to be the end of our video for today. Thank you for watching and subscribing. And check out the links in the description box below. We greatly appreciate it. Everybody have a good evening, and we will see you on the next yard.